In today's video, I have to survive 100 days as an axolotl. And also, I have 3 objectives. First, build an underwater base. Second, get myself the blue axolotl. And finally, take down and defeat the Elder Guardians. Can I survive 100 days as an axolotl in hardcore Minecraft? Keep watching and find out. So here we go, our journey begins on day 1. And as you can see, we're underwater. Anyways, to start off this journey, I wanted to go around the sea to see what I could see. And after a bit of time, I stumbled across the ancient ruins. And I noticed that there was some drowns. And they was not very happy, so I left them alone and continue exploring. And then, even better, I found a shipwreck. I was super excited, so I headed over there the quick as I could, finding myself a chest with loads of iron, and also decided to gather up a lot of wood. I would need this. Hey, a dolphin. So me and my friend Dolphin, we went exploring, and after a bit of time, we stumbled across this spot, and I thought, this looks like a perfect spot to build my base. Thanks, Dolphin. So I placed in my crafting table and made an iron axe and also an iron pickaxe. You know, I would need these tools. Had a bit of spare iron, so I decided to make some armor. Of course, I need to be safe. And I have to say, this looks like a perfect spot to build my base. But before I go and build my base, I need some materials, so I headed out into the ocean and I stumbled across this amethyst crystal. So I entered and I could see there was loads of crystals and I would need this for a spyglass. So I collected that and headed out. I wanted to head to land and collect a bit of wood from these trees. So I chopped down all the trees and it quickly became nighttime and I decided to go back into the ocean before the mobs came out. And I thought I'd build a bit of a temporary base for now. Nothing serious, just a place so I could store my items. I was a very happy axolotl. On day 2, as I was exploring these caves, I noticed that there was a axolotl. So I used my bucket to go and catch the axolotl. And there it is, we now have a friend axolotl. So I decided to explore these caves and find some copper. I'll need this for the spyglass. And once I was in the caves, I thought, why not? Let's go exploring a little bit. And I couldn't believe my very own eyes. There it was, diamonds. I was super happy, so I collected up all the diamonds because I would need these. And as well, once I was in the caves, I thought I'd go and collect a bit of iron as well. I would definitely need this for some iron armor. So I didn't grab much iron, honestly, because I kind of ran out of food. So I decided to go back home and go and collect a bit of kelp. Yeah, not really the best food source in the game, honestly, but I'll take it. I'll take any food that I can get. So I made the spyglass and it's now time to test this out. And yeah, it definitely works. Anyways, straight after that, I made a boat. And you might be asking, why do I need a boat? Well, I need to head to land and find some better food. So I headed to land and found some sheep and also some cows. Is that a village? Yes, it is. And also there's a iron golem. Hello there. And then I couldn't believe my very own eyes. I could see there was some potatoes. I was super happy. So I decided to take a few of the potatoes and also take some of the villagers' equipment. I'm sure they won't mind. On day 4, as I was heading back home, I stumbled across a pillager outpost. Not very good. And there's no way I'll be able to take these guys on. So I decided to leave them alone and head back to base. We finally make it home on day 5 and it's time to make my base. But before I go and do that, I need to get myself some obsidian because I need to make the nether portal. So I gathered up a lot of obsidian and as I was heading home I could see there was a lot of mobs. Look how many there is. There's so many. So I got home, cleared out a bit of space and made the nether portal. And there it is. As I got through to the other side, I could see there was a nether fortress. Rather interesting, but I was not here for the nether fortress. Oh no, I was here to get myself some quartz. Okay, I think that should be enough quartz. It's time to head home and collect some sand. So that's what I did. I collected loads and loads of sand. I'll need this. Oh, finally, it's time to construct my base. So I'll place in a bunch of dark oak logs, a bunch of glass, and also some quartz blocks. I wanted this place to look very nice. We're almost finished. All we have to do now is drain out all this water. So I need to go and find some sponge. But before I go to the ocean temple, I needed to get myself some milk, so I went to the island and collected some buckets of milk. I'll definitely need these. shortly after that, I found a ocean temple. And I have to say, I was not prepared. Like, these guys got me down to like 1 heart, which was not very good, honestly. And that was pretty close. And also, it turns out that there wasn't actually any sponge here, so I had to go and find a second one. So I had to head out and find a second ocean temple. And I had to be really careful, so I snuck past all the guards and entered the temple. And surprisingly, there it was, some sponge. So I happily collected a few bits of sponge. I only needed a few bits, so I collected all that and headed back to base. So I get home and drain out all the water. And I have to say, that's a lot better. I can actually walk around here in peace. And I almost forgot. It's time to build my very own room. So I spent the next couple of days constructing my very own room, using the same kind of blocks like the quartz slabs and also quartz blocks and glass as well. And just like that, there it is. Pretty much all done. What do you guys think of the place? I think it looks alright. Okay, I think it looks pretty cool. We got our main room right here, which looks pretty cool with all the glass, and the main area right here. Definitely looks pretty cool. Okay, I think it's now time we go on a mining trip. So I made a bunch of pickaxes and I headed out. So I went around the caves collecting loads of gold and also loads of iron. And I'll definitely need all this. And I also thought, why not? Let's go and find some diamonds as well. So that's what I did. I went around the entire caves, finding myself loads of diamonds. I needed loads of diamonds. I needed enough for a full set of diamond armor and tools. And surprisingly, luck was on my side. I was finding so many diamonds, which was truly amazing. Okay, I think that should do it. It's time to head home and craft my diamond armor and tools. So that's exactly what I did. I crafted all my armor and tools. And I was a very happy AXOLOTL. I now had a full set of diamond armor. And it's nice having a full set of diamond armor. I didn't have to worry so much. And I was pretty safe from any of the mobs as well, which was very nice. I was very safe. But you know what's better than diamond armor? The enchantment table. But of course, we need a place for this enchantment table to go. So I decided, this looks like a perfect spot right here. So I started construction on the enchantment room, placing in a bunch of glass and also some new blocks, which looked very nice. So I placed in the enchantment table, and there it was, the enchantment table. But there was one thing I was missing. I needed bookshelves. So I rushed to the nether, collecting myself loads of blaze rods. I would need loads of these. So I took out each blaze one by one. And I also found myself some really nice loot, which was nice. So the next day I stumbled across a warped forest and I needed ender pearls. So I took out all these endermen and collected a few ender pearls. 4 should be enough. That should do it. So I crafted some eyes of ender, and I threw my eye of ender. It was time to go and investigate and find this stronghold. After the next day of exploring, I found it. I found the stronghold, and even better, I found a library right here. So I went around the entire library, collecting loads and loads of books. I would need these. And I also found myself this book with looting too, which was nice. I'll take this. And also, I thought I'd go around and explore a little bit. I noticed that there was a mine shaft, and I found this minecart with some glowberries and also a name tag. Anyways, the next day we get home and I craft all the bookshelves and go and place them in, of course. And it's now time to do a bit of enchanting. And I could see there was fortune 3, which was very nice. So I decided to go for that, and I couldn't believe it. This pickaxe was truly amazing. Anyways, after that, I enchanted the rest of my armor, get myself protection 3 on pretty much everything, which was very nice. And I have to say, I feel a lot more safer with all this enchanted diamond armor. Okay, I think it's now time we go on a bit of an adventure. So I headed out across the lands, and I could see there was a village. And yep, there was some villagers, of course. So I happily headed over there and collected a bunch of wheat. I would need this, I was a very hungry axolotl. The next day, I stumbled across a second village, and I thought I'd do a bit of trading with one of the villagers. Is that a jungle? Yes, it is. I found myself a jungle. I was looking for one of these. So I went around the entire jungle collecting some melons and also some jungle wood. So I headed out of there after that and found a mushroom biome. Nothing special really, just a typical mushroom cows. But you know what was exciting? This Badlands biome. So I happily headed over there the quickest I could, and I wanted to go and get myself some terracotta. So I collected a few bits of terracotta because I might use this for some of my builds. Okay, I think that was a nice little trip. I think it's time to head back home. Finally, we arrived home. I think it's time we do a little bit of decorating around, I think. You know, I wanted this place to look very nice. So I started by making these shelves right here with some of that jungle wood, which look pretty nice. Added a bit more storage around and also added these trees, which look quite nice. And just like that, there it is. I think it looks awesome. But there was one thing we're missing. We needed a potato farm, of course. And we have this spare room right here, so I decided to make a potato farm. But first I would need loads more quartz, so I headed back to the Nether, collecting plenty and plenty of these. Ooh, hang on a minute. Is that a bastion? Yes, it is. So I happily entered the bastion, and I wanted to go around and collect all the gold. Then I found this secret room, so I entered. I could see there were some chests with some very nice loot, if I do say so myself. Before I went home, I wanted to go back to the fortress and collect some nether wart and also some soul sand. I would need this for some potions. Then I head home and make the potato farm. There it is. I'm placing the potatoes. And I have to say, I'm really liking this place. Just look at this place with all the quartz blocks, glass and lanterns. Really look very nice. All out the way, I thought I'd go and do a bit more enchanting. And I can see I got a looting 3 and also a sharpness 4, which was very nice. So I combined those together to make the ultimate diamond sword. So once I had this looting 3 sword, I decided to get myself a trident. So I headed out into the sea, and the next day as I was exploring the ocean, I stumbled across this axolotl. And I could see he needed help, so I rushed down the quickest I could and went to go and save him. And luckily, I was able to save him just in time. Whew, that was close. Alright, I found the drowned zombies. Hopefully they'll drop a trident, and you wouldn't believe it. As I took out this drowned zombie, there it was, a trident. This was truly amazing, but I could see this trident was very damaged. So I went back to the Nether and collected some bones because I wanted to grow up all my potatoes and trade those with the villagers, and hopefully I can get a mending book. And I think we have enough. Let's check. Yep, that's plenty. And yeah, that should do it. So I headed to the village and went to go and find a villager that traded mending. After a bit of time, I was able to get this villager right here, and I could see there was a mending book. So I got 3 of those because I wanted to put one of my trident pickaxe's sword. So I did that. I went home, put on a mending on my trident, sword, and also my diamond pickaxe, so they would never break. But of course, I had to go and repair all my items, of course. Well then, with all out the way, I think it's now time we go and get some axolotls. So I headed out into the ocean and found these caves. And I could see there was a goldy yellowy one here, so I collected him. Also this pink one. And the next day I found a second cave with another gold one, which is very nice. Found a cyan one and also a brown one as well, so I collected those. And I went around looking for the blue one, but it turns out in 1.17.1 they don't spawn naturally. So that means I have to make a axolotl farm, and hopefully I can actually get one. So we happily headed back home. So we get home and I decided to now make a bit of a farm. So I cleared out a bit of space right here, and this looks like a perfect spot. So I crafted a few quartz pillars and also decided to use some quartz blocks as well. I wanted this place to look a bit like my base, so I decided to use some quartz pillars, also some quartz blocks as well. Kind of ran out of glass, so I had to go back to the desert and collect some sand. So I thought I'd do a bit of decorating as well. Added some of these coral reefs around, a bunch of seagrass, and also loads of kelp and stuff. And I wanted this place to look very nice for my pet axolotls, and I wanted them to have their very own home. Well, finally finished. And I have to say, this place looks pretty cool. All we have to do now is place in the axolotls. So that's what I did. I placed in each axolotl, and I could tell they was very happy. Just look at the smiles on their face. process of getting a blue axolotl. Yeah. This took, well, too long. Yeah, just look how many axolotls there are. There's so many. I've never seen so many axolotls in my life. This took like an extremely long time. I couldn't believe how long this is actually taking, but I was about to give up. Honestly, I was about to give up on this, but until I noticed that there was a blue axolotl. I couldn't believe my very own eyes, and luckily, I was able to get him in a bucket. Wow, there it is. And there it is, wow. We finally got him. I was super happy. I decided to make him his very own home. Placed in a bunch of coral reefs around, also some kelp, and I could tell he was very happy. Okay then, I think it's now time we start preparing for the Elder Guardian fight. So I went back to the Nether, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to take the Elder Guardians on with diamond armor. Oh no, I needed netherite. So I went around the entire Nether, collecting loads of ancient debris, you know, made sure to get plenty of this stuff. Enough for my diamond tools and also my diamond armor. Hey, a bastion. So I found a new bastion and collected loads of gold. Found myself this chest with some really good stuff, honestly. It was very nice. And I also went back to the fortress and collected some blaze rods so I could actually make some blaze powder and then make some strength potions because I really needed these strength potions. Anyways, we arrive home and I smelt up all the ancient debris and then I turn all my armor into netherite, like my helmet, chest plate, boots and leggings. And I also thought I'd do my sword and pickaxe as well. Day 98, I made a bunch of strength potions, healing potions and also some swiftness potions. I'll definitely need these. And now, it is now time. It is now time. It is now time to take down the Elder Guardians. So I gather all the stuff I need from my chest, all my armor, potions, and equipment. All the stuff I'll need for this fight. And then, before I left, I made sure to say goodbye to all my pets as well. There she was, the Ocean Temple. I knew this place was heavily guarded, so I had my swiftness potion and I made a run for it. So I made my way through the Ocean Temple, taking out all the guards. There was no match for me. I was well too strong. With all that netherite armor, I was unstoppable. Then I was struck by the mind of fatigue, and I knew the Elder Guardians were close, and I was right. There he was. I could see he had some guards, so I took care of them, and then I had a strength potion and went to go and take down the first Elder Guardian. After a few swings, there it was. The first one has been defeated. Wow, there's only two more. I can do this. So I fought through the temple, taking out all the guards. Taking out all the guards, one by one. They couldn't stop me. Not now. And then, there it was. The second Elder Guardian. So I had another swiftness potion. And it's time to take down the second Elder Guardian. And there it is. There's only one more. I can do this. So I'll rush around the temple, searching for the last Elder Guardian. And there it was, the Elder Guardian. So I started attacking him with my trident, and I could tell he did some serious damage. So I healed back up. I can do this. It's time to end this fight. So I have my strength potion, and it's now time to take down the final Elder Guardian. After a few swings, there it was. All the Elder Guardians have been defeated. His guards tried to save him, but there was too late. And there it is. The Ocean Temple is now mine. Wow, we did it. And there it is, day 100. Wow, we finally did it. We finally survived 100 days as an axolotl in hardcore Minecraft. Wow, what a journey this has been. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace out.